Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Valerie and this is the Henderson House. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 easy steps that you can use to implement and cultivate simple, sustainable habits for your home and maintaining your home. Because I think a lot of us get a little overwhelmed with the daily grind of life, and there's just lots of different factors that go into stewarding our home. And so personally, I grew up in a home where my mom kept our home very clean. I could tell you I don't have any memories of our home being trashed, like, ever. I'm sure there were plenty of times where she would say that it was. I have no memories of our home being messy growing up. And we lived in a house with 1 bathroom and 9 people. Okay. And we were all homeschooled, so we were home all the time and all those things. Kudos to my mom for maintaining and stewarding her home well, because I watched that growing up. Now, maybe you didn't have that example, and that's okay. We all learn from each other. And that's one of the reasons I'm making this video, because I feel like I get asked quite often, how do I keep my home so clean and organized? And that started when I first got married. I wanted my home to be very minimalist and just simple. There was less to pick up. There was less to organize. It was cleaner, just in general. The appearance of my home was clean, right? It wasn't cluttered and messy. When I moved out of my parents' home, I started implementing routines to my days and my weeks and my months, etc., on maintaining and stewarding my home. It's a habit that everybody has to create. And so if you've never created and cultivated that habit, then that's probably why you're watching this video, so you can learn. I want to share with you 4 easy steps to create to help cultivate those habits of maintaining and cleaning your home. So step number 1 is going to be spread out your chores evenly throughout your weeks. Step number 2 is setting aside larger tasks for monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annually. Step number 3 is to write it down. Write it down. Step number 4 is now you have to cultivate those habits of what you've now implemented. So I've developed a cleaning planner that I actually use on a regular basis. And now this planner I've memorized, right? I just know what I'm supposed to do because it's a habit now. I've cultivated it. I know what I do every single day. Now, by spreading out your chores evenly throughout the week, really takes the burden of, if you try to do them all in one day or separate, because there's a lot of big chores that we have to do during the week. So step number 1 is to spread out your chores evenly and have those daily habits. Step number 2 was set aside larger tasks for monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. You don't have to do these big deep dive, like a lot of people will be like, spring cleaning, do all of the things just during the spring. Actually, you should probably be doing some of these things more regularly, and if you spread them out and try not to just do them once a year, it won't seem as overwhelming, and you don't have to worry about it. And then if you don't get to it that one time of the year, you're not going to feel overwhelmed and then down on yourself if you didn't get it done. So I actually tried to set aside monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual tasks. So I'm going to kind of give you a couple examples of those. Cleaning my baseboards and trim, and like anything that's like 3.5 feet above the ground. Because if you have children, little fingers, right? So that's actually a monthly task for me, because when I have people over and there's just sticky things everywhere and fingerprints or who knows what's on the baseboards and the trim, I like it to be clean. So I clean it once a month because I have kids. You have quarterly tasks. And quarterly tasks for me are things like vacuuming behind all the furniture, right? Another thing I like to do quarterly is like vacuuming and clean my mattresses. And then I clean my fridge quarterly because food, I just like to clean it. I like my fridge to be clean and tidy. And so I do it quarterly. Semi-annual, twice a year. Usually I do them in the change of the season. The semi-annual things that we try to do would be different things outside where there's like power washing involved, whether that's for the garbage cans or the windows. We do that twice a year. I like to clean my large appliances like my dishwasher, washer and dryer in the basement. I repot my plants, organize and declutter clothing twice a year. I do that also with toys twice a year. I go through toys multiple times a year. I do it before Christmas, and I do it before birthdays. Oh, maybe I do it more than twice a year. I aim for twice a year, but I tend to do it more than twice a year, I guess. Then you have annual chores. Annual chores might look like something like cleaning out your garage. That doesn't need to happen every month or quarterly, right? Once a year is fine. Cleaning out your gutters, things like cleaning out a crawl space or an attic, stuff like that, it's good to do annually. That leads to step number 3. Write it down. I have it all written down, the things that I want to do on my cleaning planner. And now I've created one that you can use, and you can customize it to fit your needs in your home and the chores that you need to do and how you feel like they fit your routine best. And then you can cultivate those habits. So that leads to step number 4. How do we cultivate a good habit? How do we sustain that habit? Well, they always say a habit takes at least 30 days. So if you start writing down your tasks and you have them done, right? You spread out your chores, you figure out what you want to do, the larger tasks at different times, and then you write it down. Now you can start implementing and cultivating that habit. You can commit to first the daily tasks. So the things that you want to do every single day, whether that's make your bed, vacuum and sweep high traffic areas every day. Looks like for you, filling your diffusers every day, making sure your dishwasher gets loaded at the end of the night. Then you can go into your week. So what do you want to do on Mondays, right? Commit to your Monday and always do that task on Mondays. For me, it's the bedrooms. I focus on our bedrooms, bedding, cleaning up, picking up toys, organizing the bedrooms, that sort of things is my Mondays, okay? My Tuesdays are a lighter day. I just freshen the bathrooms. Not a deep clean, I freshen. I deep clean my bathrooms on Saturdays. So you see what I'm going here, okay? Wednesdays, I clean the basement. Our basement is our family room, playroom, and den area, so I tend to do a really good clean on my basement, whether that's organizing toys, cleaning the toys too. I like to clean the toys, especially when we have people over. Just make sure things get wiped down and vacuum the basement. So that's just kind of an example. That's my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have tasks on Thursdays and I have tasks on Fridays. I use Saturdays for if something comes up during the week and I maybe miss a chance to freshen or pick up a room or dust, I'll just make up that chore on Saturday mornings. Does that make sense? So I try to have flexibility with my days and my time. Okay, and then Sundays is left to just being relaxed and just chill. So those are the really simple steps that you can take. Spread out your chores, have your daily tasks. That's step number 1. Set aside your larger tasks for either monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annually, not just bombarding it all into one time. And then write it down. Like I said, I have a planner. If it's overwhelming to you to even know how to create something like that, I've got the easy button. You can just download it below. And then start cultivating the habit and implementing those routines one day at a time, one task at a time, and start committing to that habit throughout your weeks, your months, etc. So I really hope that this video served you in some capacity if you're looking to implement just good, easy, simple, sustainable habits into your home. If you want to follow me for more tips, I have a lot of more information on decluttering and things like that. I have a whole nother video you can watch on decluttering space for my easy tips on that. But you can also check out my blog. In the caption below, I linked to a bunch of information that I've put out on decluttering and minimizing your space. If that's helpful to you, you can find that information below. I also want to invite you to follow me on socials. You can find all my information in the caption. You can subscribe to my blog below in the caption, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube. So click that little subscribe button so you can get updated on anything new that's coming from me. And I hope, again, that this served you. So thanks for tuning in to my video. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.